Welcome to Lisa's Therapy Adventures. Today we are in a collaboration with Indiana Jones and it's Pride and Prejudice themed. Um, Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, here I tore up the book of Pride and Prejudice and I had to cut out two women's silhouettes. The Pride and Prejudice book I had was an old time book, and I'm going to use my Mod Podge and I'm going to glue the page to the silhouette. The reason why I chose the two lady silhouettes is because I'm highlighting the two of the sisters in the book, Elizabeth and Jane. And I'm just taking my little makeup sponge dabber and I am putting the glue all over the piece that I cut out with my Cricut. Just making sure it's very adhered down to. And I did that with both of the girls. Not just one, but both of them. Because I thought the wording was really great. I have newer books coming in. So that's why I chose to use my old books for this project. Because I wanted it to look all dusty and crusty like it was way back then. And you just see I'm taking the second one and I'm doing the same exact thing as I did with the first one. Just applying the glue on the back and adhering it to the paper. It gets kind of sticky there for a second. Be sure to watch the whole playlist with all these beautiful talented ladies. I will have a link in my description box of this collaboration. So I'm going to be mixing together layered chocolate and mermaid tail. And I'm going to be using two burlap canvases. I'm going to paint the canvases with my mermaid and layered chocolate because I wanted like this darker kind of blue, not necessarily a bright blue. So like I said, so it looked all rustic. And I'm not going to show you me painting the whole canvas because it did take me a little bit of time. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm kind of pouncing up and down with a makeup sponge that I have. And I'm going to get the sides and everything all nice and covered. And I'm showing the finished product painted. And I'm going to lay it aside to dry. And here I am with the second canvas. And I'm going to do the same exact procedure with it. Now here I have drawn lines around the silhouettes. So I will be able to see my silhouettes a little bit better. And be able to cut it out more precisely. I do that with both of the girls. Not just one, but both of them. But here I am just cutting it out. And you won't see me cut out the whole thing because y'all guys know how to cut already. So I want a distressed look around it. So I'm using my distressed ink and faded burlap. And I'm going to take my little daubers or whatever. And I am going to go ahead and distress around those two silhouettes that I have. And I show you, and I'm going to do both of them. Same procedure over and over again. I figured you don't need to see me do everything on camera. Because, I mean, it's just going around and distressing. It's really nice. And I got my DIY paints from Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Designs. And I got my Distress ink and my little daubers from Temu. I absolutely adore them. And I'm just, like I said, just dressing around everything. Both of the silhouettes. And as you can see, my canvases are starting to dry. So once they get fully dried, you will see what I'll do next. I'm just showing you how I distressed around them. And I'm going to do the same exact procedure with the second one. I did it with both of them, but I also decided to distress my canvases with the faded burlap. And I'm just taking my paint dauber, my ink dauber, and going around the edges. And I did that to both of the canvases. Not just one, but both. And I don't show the whole process on film because it's just going around and making sure all the edges have that distressed look around them. Please comment in the comments which one of Jane Austen's book is your favorite. My personal favorite is Mansfield Park. I do love Pride and Prejudice, and I do love Sense and Sensibility as well. I have read all of her books, and those three are my top favorites. I also have read her partial books of Sanditon, Lady Susan, and the Watsons. And I do believe if she ever got finished with Sanditon, it would have been my favorite of all of her books. And now I am just applying the two silhouettes of the ladies. One was to represent, like I said, Jane, and the other one was to represent her sister Elizabeth. And I'm just going to be gluing those down onto the canvases. I was just making sure I had enough glue on the back of them. Just gluing them down. And yes, I'm having a moment here. When I get focused, I get really focused, guys. You just, ignore my facial expressions. And here I am showing you the finished products. I did put a book on top of them so that they would lay down flat. And I am using my shipwreck wax, and I'm not going to use a lot of it. I'm just going to take my finger here and I'm going to dab it on the canvas because I wanted it to have, like I said, that rustic feel to it. And to me, when you use shipwreck on that blue color, it really gives it that look you're going for. And I put it in multiple places on the canvases. And that's just what I'm doing here. And I did it to both the canvases. I believe you see me with just me doing one on camera. I don't think I can film the other one. But same process. And here I'm just showing you how it looks. Now, it wasn't completely dry at that time, but when it dries up, oh, the rusty, crusty look you get. And I took my clear wax, DIY wax that I got from Sammy over at Unicorn Dust Design, and that's also where I got my shipwreck color from. I'm just going to clear the canvas out with the clear wax so that my paint stays on my colors stay on my canvas because they are a clay-based paint. And I did that with both of the canvases, but you only, like I said, I only show you me doing one on camera. And it's just so that everything stays pretty and sealed. just showing you how it looks all sealed and cleared. Both of the beautiful canvases. I think they turned out absolutely gorgeous. Now, next, what I'm doing is I'm opening my antique wax from Waverly because I'm going to be staining 4 Jenga blocks so that I can use them as stands on back of the canvases for them to be able to sit up on my tier tray. And that's just what I'm doing, just waxing over to make sure the Jenga blocks are completely covered in that antique wax. Here, I am taking my wood glue and I am adhering it to the back of the canvases so that they'll be able to stand. And that didn't work so well because of the burlap on the back of it somehow. I don't know what happened. But you do not see me eventually. I had to use my hot glue gun. And I had to glue those Jenga blocks on the back, even though I attempted to use the clips that you'll see here next. And it just did not want to work with me. But once I got that hot glue out and adhered everything down together, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. If there's any other thing to like me to try, just give me a shout out. And like I said, here I am just using my clamps, and I thought that would work, but you live and you learn, and that was not happening. It just kept wanting to fall apart for me. And here I go again thinking, oh, it'll work. Like I said, it never did. I eventually had to just rethink how to apply those Jenga blocks. And that's when I decided to use my hot glue gun. And I'm just trying to think, well, what did I do wrong here? Because the little things kept falling off. And here is the final reveal of my 2 silhouettes of the sisters. And like I told you, absolutely positively gorgeous. I wish the camera would do it a little bit more justice than it did, but absolutely beautiful. Share and subscribe. Thank you, and enjoy your day.